Plaintiff Thomas Tripp is a gay male, and he claims growing up, he was assaulted and abused by his classmates for being gay. As a result, Thomas dropped out of school, and his grandmother homeschooled him until he graduated. Thomas is suing his friend today for travel costs and an unpaid loan. Defendant Eric Hughes says when he first moved to St. Louis, he attended some meetings for different LGBTQ organizations. And he met Thomas at one of the meetings, and they've been friends for 2 decades. Eric insists Thomas is suing the wrong person because he doesn't owe him a dime.
Go ahead, sir.
Hi, my name is Thomas. I'm from St. Louis.
Oh, how long you been in St. Louis?
I've been in St. Louis all my life.
Oh, you're down with them petty boys. I know that's why you ain't huh?
Yeah, we dress up when we come out. We come out to show out. We show up to show out.
You with them petty boys, them Teddy brothers. That's gangsters in St. Louis. You know about them?
No.
Oh, okay. You ain't no real pimp then. Go ahead.
No.
You ain't no true pimp.
Yeah.
All right. You simping.
Yeah.
You pimping.
Simple and basic.
I'm glad you are. I don't want you to do no illegal activity.
Yes.
And I've been having fun with you about
Yes.
this and stuff.
Yes.
I'm just having fun.
Yes.
Go ahead.
I'm a gay male, and I grew up as a kid being assaulted and abused for being gay by other students when I was in grade school. From 4th grade up to the 8th grade, the older kids would always beat me. I mean, they would beat me down. And I would always got to the point where I got smart. The school bell rang at 2:45. By 2:30, I was 2 blocks down the street, already running home every day. I run home from school every day. And the principal of the grade school would always accuse me of being a bully. Because every time I came to her office, she said, Thomas, every time you come to my office, you're with a different student. So you're being a bully. And so I spent most of my time in detention, grade school detention, and being suspended for being accused of being a bully, being the one accused of jumping on the other kids, when actually they were beating me up. The older kids were beating me up for being gay, and they obviously could look at me or read me and say, oh yeah, he's sweet. And so by the time I reached the 8th grade, the students were like, the high school students were getting word that, but first of all, we're talking about we're in the hood, poverty, marginalized African-American men community. And the high school guys who were in gangs and, dropping out of school, they got word that, hey, this gay dude in the 8th grade, he's about to come over here to a freshman year to the high school in the hood. And a few times they came over and beat me down a few times. Sometimes I got away. But I knew by the time I went to as a freshman in high school, they would have either handicapped me or beat me up really bad or crippled me or something. So what I did was I dropped out of high school. No, my grandmother took me out of high school and she homeschooled me, and I got my high school diploma that way. So thank God for my grandmother.
Yes. What's her name?
Verna Bridges.
Verna Bridges, thank you.
Yes. Grew up, I'm a gay male, and I grew up as a kid being assaulted and abused for being gay by other students when I was in grade school. From 4th grade up to the 8th grade, the older kids would always beat me. I mean, they would beat me down.
Defendant Eric Hughes is being sued by his friend, who says when he was younger, he was bullied and abused by his classmates for being gay.
All right. So go ahead.
As an adult, that's how I started going to the clubs, new to the gay scene and everything. And, and the gays made fun of me. They teased me. They laughed at me.
Why did the gay?
Yeah. Because I didn't have the look. You have to be fabulous.
Now you're doing it now, baby.
Yeah.
Whatever y'all thought, I got it now. Yeah. No, it's not a gay look. I know you're flashy. You said that. A lot of gay men are flashy.
Yeah. And some of the gays who saw me getting
colorful,
teased,
put it that way.
More of the upper echelon elite gays.
The bougie gays.
Yeah, the bougie
gays. What about it?
Those the ones who said, we're going to snatch you up and get you together.
Good.
Even when they heard that I was coming to the show, they said, you just can't wear anything. You got to dress up and, you got to do all this. So, okay.
You see, that's why I appreciate gay folks. The gay guys that he met that were up with bougie gay men took him under and propped him up.
Yeah.
Now, bougie regular people, including these bougie black people, they don't help nobody. You bougie white folks, all of them. These bougies try to keep us down. So thank God the gay bougies lift you up.
Yeah, that's when I met Eric, because Eric is actually, you know, he was a little Prince back in the actual formerly known artist known as Prince. That's who Prince is. Prince impersonator, you know.
Let me say that. Let me ask you, did you have any brothers? Did you have?
I had
how many?
two brothers and
Where
two
they
sisters.
at?
No, we grew up proper in etiquette. We weren't into violence and fighting.
Yes, you were. You just were on the wrong end of the violence.
Yes.
You just said they used to jump on you.
Yeah.
And if your mother or no one was calling the police or detaining them, that's when your brothers came in.
Yeah.
My brother was gay, and we lived in the projects, and you know how tough they are on gay folks in the poorest communities.
Mm-hmm.
They're most gay because they're less informed on many things, because they're undereducated by failing school systems and the social dynamics of drugs and alcohol that pervade their community. So yes, we're less informed when you're in an impoverished community. You're less informed on everything. However, they wouldn't touch with my brother. You know why? He had 3 brothers. Even his youngest one, 4 or 5 years younger. They were scared of me because I was known as Crazy Gregory Mathis in the projects. But they used to, you know, they victimize gay folks or folks they view as less strong, and victimize women. But they're doing that at every level of society. But there's a disproportionate amount of it goes on in the impoverished communities. And I think it's because of the uninformed. They're uninformed. Some would use that word ignorant. I don't like necessarily use ignorant. I say uninformed and undereducated. I do everything other than call people ignorant. But I say that to say, ain't nobody mess with my brother maybe twice. And his little brothers and his big brothers were on their behind. And then he carried that razor. Yeah. Mm-hmm. There were some gay men that you knew and grew up with had that razor, didn't they?
Absolutely, I carry one.
There you go, you had your razor. You don't have to go through all that one time. You went through that one time.
That's right.
That's what my brother, he went through it one time. Yep. You had to worry about that no more. But, and then if we even heard about somebody teasing him, oh no, we at that door. Make sure y'all got some brothers out here when these folks is messing with y'all uncles or something, somebody. Because the police, you call them and say, somebody threatened me. It's just a threat. We can't do anything until they get you.
Right.
So that's why sometimes you can't always rely on the police, and you got to protect yourself with your friends. Not retaliate, but protect yourself by being surrounded by loved ones who can help you should you be abused and victimized. That's what I'm saying. Not just because somebody said, you, come on, let's go get them. That's not what I'm saying.
My one brother came to town, all the fighting stopped.
There you go.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
All right, and that was the case with us, and is the case with my son. And fortunately, he's grown up where there's a little more information and education on the LGBTQ community, and therefore, with that increased amount of knowledge, information, and education and cultivation regarding it, it's less prevalent, or people don't abuse as much. So I just wanted to make that point.
Defendant Eric Hughes is being sued by his friend, who says when he was younger, he was bullied and abused by his classmates for being gay.
All right, and you give me some background?
Well, how I met Tony is at the time, well, I was wanting to start college in St. Louis. I was living in Texas, didn't want to start college there. I was kind of getting tired of Dallas. And I liked the teacher's program. I liked the particular teacher's early childhood education program at the University of Missouri in St. Louis. And so being new there, moving there, being new there, not knowing anyone, I was looking for the LGBT organizations, and happened upon one, and went to a couple of meetings. outreach meetings, and Tony was happened to be at one of the meetings, and we struck up a conversation, and we've been friends for 2 decades.
Wow. Good. You deal with any abuse?
I have 5 brothers.
There you go. All right. 734 for what? Tell me about the loan.
On page 3, I paid for his ticket to come here to Chicago. People come from all around the globe just to come here during Labor Day weekend to go to the Continental pageant. You got
Pride Parade is really big too here, but go ahead.
Yeah, this is more like the drag type of thing where they do competitions and things. And I called, Eric happened to be in St. Louis at the same time. I was leaving. I said, hey, come with me, to reminisce. We ain't seen each other in like years, a long time. And so we went ahead and decided to come here for Labor Day weekend. And I had got his ticket as a gift. Not a gift. I gave him his ticket. I gave him his ticket.
You know you're done, right?
Yeah.
You know we could just go.
Right.
Because he's definitely going to say that. Go ahead. Even if he wasn't going to say it at first, he going to say, Your Honor, you heard him. And to go with his first instinct, Your Honor, you know when people say that, when they say things and they really go on with their first mind, the truth come out first, Your Honor. That's what he's going to tell me.
Yeah.
Am I right or wrong?
He should be suing someone else, the person he initially made plans with to go to that Miss Continental pageant with.
They stood him up?
Yes.
Yeah. And he happened to be there.
Your trade stood you up?
Yes, pretty much. Yeah.
Your trade don't stand you up, do you? Trade is a name that gay men use to talk about, I think, guys they either want, their boyfriends, or I've also heard loose guys.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
That's what it is? Trade is loose guys?
Yes, sir. Yes.
All right, so they try to pick up loose guys. So he tried to get his trade turned him down. So he had to go to his friend. Why your trade turn you down?
He was there. He just want to go with me.
That's even worse.
Yeah.
Now, with regard to the loan, however, you say at first it was a gift, the ticket. Now you're retracting it and saying it was a loan. But let's talk also about an actual loan that you're suing him for. I got the travel costs. The actual loan was $300, and tell me about that.
I gave him $300 in cash because I knew he would pay me back. When we were going out to the club back in the day, Eric kept money. I don't know where he got it from. But he kept money, and guys were always offering him drinks, and he would pass the drinks on to me, and I would get drinks for free, because he was getting too many drinks. He was pretty. He was Prince back in the day, and everybody loved him. So I tagged along with him to get the free drinks, yeah.
You sound like my buddies. That's
And the
what
free
my
rides
buddies
to
do.
and from the
they
club.
They drag along with me to get the girls. My buddies, when the girls come here, now, he married, he loves his wife and his family, but you can talk to me. Let me just talk to you for a minute. Maybe we'll break him down later, but right now it's me and you. So I got that point. That's how that goes. Trickle down.
Yes. He was a good friend.
That's right. But, however, did he agree to repay you? And if so, when was he going to repay?
He agreed to pay me on October. He agreed to pay me on October 1st of 2022.
For both the ticket and the loan?
Yes.
Defendant Eric Hughes is being sued by his friend, who says when he was younger, he was bullied and abused by his classmates for being gay.
All right, let me hear from him now, sir.
Well, I'm currently residing in Michigan because I have had problems with substance abuse, and my siblings are currently in Michigan. They're from Michigan, and I had moved from St. Louis, and where that started was in '09 when my mom passed away. My mom lived in Michigan, and she passed away in '09. My mom is my very best friend. I love Tony, but my mom is my very best friend, and that really took me to a dark place. And also at that time, after her passing, my partner at the time became a total workaholic, alienated our relationship, and by 2016, it just all came to a head, and it was an untenable situation, and we decided to break up. He was my love. He's the love of my life. thankfully, we're still in contact with each other, but I decided to clean up my life. So from 2016 to 2019, I did go to rehab. We went to rehab 3 times. The third time, I'd say during that intake, the third time, it clicked with me. And by the time I left, I was helping others in the rehab, encouraging others. And so during this time, Tony always remained a good friend. Tony didn't know a lot about my substance issues. I kept a lot of that from him. That's what drug addicts do, normally. They, people who they love or who they care about, they kind of keep it secret from them. Right. I moved to Michigan at the end of 2019 to be with my 5 brothers, and because I didn't really, I wanted to reconnect with them. Good. Making amends was a part of the 12 steps. That's been the most important step for me.
You're in recovery for sure.
Yes, absolutely.
You talk like it.
Thank you. So during this time, Tony and I, we're on the phone, occasionally from time to time. I want to say March or April is when I initially we talked about the pageant, Labor Day, and he asked me if I was going to make it because him and his other friend were going. And I said, I don't know, that's, drag shows aren't really my thing, but maybe I'll make it. And so, we kind of let it go, talk about other stuff. As it gets closer to Labor Day, he calls me again. Okay, Eric, that date is getting closer. And I said, well, maybe I'll go. He said, well, I want to propose something to you. So-and-so bailed out on me, and all you would have to do is just make it to Chicago, and you'd have room and board and blah, blah, and all this. And I said, well, okay, that sounds better. Maybe, you don't want to go alone, so I'll go with you. So.
How'd you get there?
Train.
And the ticket, you saying you're suing him for travel costs?
Yes, on the way back to his hometown from St. Louis. Yeah, I'm not from.
How did he get back? How did you get back?
Train.
So both ways.
Mm-hmm.
You paid to get there on your own, to go on your own.
Well, he helped me
to even travel there.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you were saying you. Because he said get there however you can, and he would take care of the expenses.
And I couldn't, at the time, so I needed some help getting there, so he did it.
How about the $300?
The $300, I don't feel like I owe.
Now you're in recovery, so I need, you're supposed to give me the truth.
Absolutely, the truth.
You tell me what you feel, but I need to know what happened. I need truth.
I think it was a gift because, like I said, his initial...
Did he say, I need it back, and need you all to discuss a time to repay?
He didn't say he needed it back. What he did say was, this is going to put me back, this trip, I heard that from time to time during the trip. Oh, I'm spending too much.
He was dry begging.
I may need some help.
Right.
Yeah. But there was no...
Well, dry asking. He ain't begging. He's asking for his money. The trip set me back, and hopefully he'll be nice enough to say, oh, well, let me throw something at you then since it sent you back and you've spent your money on me or some of it, etc. So what did you want me to see to prove? Because so far, I'm unable to decide because was he working? How did you expect him to pay you?
I didn't get into his personal matters as far
as you did. You should have before you loan somebody some money. You better find out whether they can pay. So if you'd have loaned somebody your entire whatever, pension, savings, whatever, you wouldn't ask them what, 50, I need to borrow 50,000. Okay, well, yeah, I ain't gonna get it while you need it.
Oh, that's my friend. I would have done it.
Defendant Eric Hughes is being sued by his friend, who says when he was younger, he was bullied and abused by his classmates for being gay.
All right, what page did you want to show me to give me more insight as to whether this was a gift or a loan? That's the issue. I know you ordered it. I know all that happened. He admits that. The question is evidence that it was a loan versus a gift.
Your Honor, definitely a loan.
Evidence.
Evidence. I don't have any evidence there's a loan.
Evidence of any communications where you all discussed this alone or not?
I don't.
No text. I didn't text. It was just verbal agreement.
It was, yeah.
You all enjoy yourself while you were there?
Oh, yeah, we had a blast.
You did?
Track shows aren't my thing.
Yeah.
Oh, you just trying to get out of paying. He had a glass, didn't he?
Yeah.
Aside from the show wasn't but an hour or whatever it was, 2 hours.
Yeah.
What about the other 48 hours?
Absolutely, because we were my friend. Yeah.
Oh, Your Honor, the show was 3 days. Wait a minute. The show was 4 days.
Straight? Y'all
Friday.
didn't sleep? Damn, no wonder you still getting high. You had to. You stayed up 4 days straight. Y'all sent the man on a binge. You on coke too.
Oh,
you on a
no.
4-day. Yes, you are. You on a 4-day binge. Yeah, you done smoked up Peru. 4 days? Woo! All right. Messing
use
with you. You know
drugs.
I'm messing with you.
Okay.
However, I'm going to grant you the $300 because I believe you, with regard to loaning him money with an expectation of repayment, and that he gave you the impression that he was going to repay, whether he said it directly or not. With regard to the travel, sir, you had someone who you had already paid the ticket for. So you can't get you can't get him to pay for a ticket that you were beat out of, for lack of a better term, plane ticket, by your ex. All right, so I'll grant you your $300 in loan, but the travel, I believe that was a gift because you had already spent the money and it had been wasted. All right? $300 is your judgment. You all gonna still be friends, right?
Yes.
All right, good. That's what I want to hear. Have a good day, gentlemen.
Oh, Eric, you're a great friend. I everything,
Oh my goodness, he's the best. He makes me laugh.